Hi, welcome to ORG 137 GOOB, Issue 1, General Orders of Business, Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. I'm just going to look at my 5 orders of business here. Okay, now if you have any interest in, that's a funny geister. If you have any interest in ORG 137, this is SINPAR is the kind of the general operating name, but it's an adjunct agency. Okay, I guess if that makes sense. We're happy to talk about all of that too. Now, in the interest of time, I will get through the Sunday issue fairly quickly here. The first part is that SynBio is established. Okay, now this is we're not going to be entirely forthcoming about all of that because it's what we call an emerging area. But basically, understand that it's very easy to design organisms now. Okay, and so SynBio is established. This is synthesis of it's biotechnology. It is really what I'd call the root of true biotechnology, and it uses a digital system as well. Okay, now it's a creative and it's creative biology, so we could call it. And there is an article about a type of practice. Within that domain on the SynBioT page. So that's facebook.com/SynBioT. And that page will mostly be used for, educational material. It's a private research thing, and we're happy to talk about it and share with anyone, but we don't really feel that it's necessary to post everything, right? But at the same time, it's a really cool emerging area of basically this biological synthesis is what we could call it, and it's quite real. I know that a lot of the stuff that I say verges on UN reality. We know that's not real. Well, it is too, actually, as it turns out. But anyway, there are even good online tools you can use. Like I designed a finch the other day, for example. Not even kidding. Got an artist render of it. Designed a finch. I mean, who would have thought you could design a finch? And so that's SynBio, and that's totally a brand new company. It's within the realm of nanotechnology, biology, biological synthesis, and this kind of thing. Okay, and it's going to work closely, and you heard it here first. It's going to work closely with SynPar's biological metallurgy department. Okay, and that's 6 MMSF if you know, and normal thing. Anyway, we'll move on here. So there's the next order of business, okay, is the NRT discus bonds. Okay, so this is the New Republicans triad. Okay, now this is a performance art zone. Now you're going to pass. You're going to pass, don't worry. Now you're going to pass in the part performance art zone. Because that's one of the things we do at ORG 137 is try to have a bit of fun at work, right? And what's more fun than accounting and finance? So basically, you can see on the NRT page that the US dollar is up 0.37% over the Canadian dollar right now. That's a very interesting development. If you know things about, international currency and stuff, basically it's very stable. The Canadian dollar is tied to the US dollar, and we do small market makings, MMs, to stimulate growth in certain ways. Now, what I wanted to talk about is an area that not as many people know about, okay? And that's basically that Canadian debt is issued to the United States, okay? Now, you can buy a maturing bond, a bond as an American firm, and it's a normal practice that's been going on for many many years. Now, at this particular juncture, okay, the Canadian bonds market is on fire, fire. Really, if you want money in 10 years, buy a Canadian bond. I'm not kidding you. They got good ones. They're up for auction. These are auctionable bonds, if you know what I'm talking about. And we've got 10 years, we've got 5 years, we've got 3 years, we've got 6 monthers. If you want to do any of that stuff over at the BOC, the boards of banks, the Bank of Canada, and I'm not them, I'm just sharing a publicly available message in that Canadian bonds are available for purchase by American firms. And I'm looking at you when I say that, Mr. Investor, is that if you want to make a lot of money in 10 years, I will point you to the exact ticker talker of a chunky 10-year Canadian bond. Okay, it issued by the Bank of Canada just recently. It's a chunker, and it's a good one. And so that's the New Republicans Performance Art Zone Finance Hour of 1 second. Okay, now the next order of business for ORG 137, and this is all completely real and serious, it's quite real. I'm having a bit of fun while I do it because I'm a fun guy. I'm not non-fungible. Not non-fungible. That's not me. I'm fungible. Highly fun guy. Anyway, is we have now established the MGP, okay, and this is the micro googie percolator, okay. Now this is an ancient coffee maker, which also acts as a safety mirror in our CCSA approved harm reduction facility at Micro Googie, the Tex-Mex menu club of the DHC Deli. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Number 4 is we are announcing important regional applications. Okay. Now, in sort of the administrative part of the ORG 137, known as SINPAR, we have the Office of the Registration Manager General as an application currently. Okay. Now, I can say that I'm that, right? But at this point, I have made an official application through the operating system, right, to establish this office. We have the contracts drawn, and they're under review currently. I'm reviewing sort of like the real estate leasing aspect and ESD. My handlers in that area, okay, are reviewing the budgetary aspects, okay, that I've submitted, and that's pretty cool because there are a number of non-statutory kind of programs which we are intending to administrate unless someone else can. and that's fine. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter. I think that having a non-statutory registration manager general is a good idea, because you can't really have a statutory registration manager general because we know who that is, right? And that's not what we are. I hope that makes sense. There's a couple of levels of meaning there, I'll be honest with you, because I do have a commitment to transparency. Okay.